Hey, Lifepoint, I've got another devotional for you guys. So my oldest daughter, watching TV back here, she's 3, and then my youngest is 1.5-ish, and both of them are really excellent at testing boundaries, which brings me to the topic of discipline. See, discipline is really tough. It's a tough thing, and I think it's engineered that way on purpose. It's meant to be a correction, a change in course. When I have to discipline my girls, it's a tough thing, but I do it because I love them. And in Proverbs, it says, Proverbs 13:24 says, "He who withholds his rod hates his son, but he who loves him disciplines him diligently." See, they're still learning and growing. But the times that I do discipline, those times are meant to educate and to help them grow. But one of the worst parts about discipline is the hurt, the crying, and it rips my heart out every time. And I know it does my wife too. Hebrews 12:11 says, "All discipline for the moment seems not to be joyful, but sorrowful. Yet to those who have been trained by it, afterwards it yields the peaceful fruit of righteousness." See, what I notice about discipline is that when I discipline my kids, they still find comfort in my arms afterwards. They still trust and they still reach for me. Even in the worst moments of that discipline, they'll still reach to me. And it's amazing to see the trust a child has for their parents. And I feel like we can learn a lot from kids. I always go back to my kids. Oftentimes, as Christians, we make mistakes, and we too need that course correction. We too need some discipline. And oftentimes, that discipline can hurt. But much like our kids do, we still have to reach towards our fathers. We still have to reach towards our Father for comfort. We might not fully grasp what's going on in that moment, but we can rest assured that God's discipline is for a reason, and it's for correction, and it's for a change in behavior. See, Proverbs 10:17 says, He is on the path of life who heeds instruction, but he who ignores reproof goes astray." Proverbs 12:1 says, "Whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but he who hates reproof is stupid." See, God presented his law to the Israelites in the Old Testament to help steer that nation of Israel to be a holy nation. In Deuteronomy 8, it says, "Thus you are to know in your heart that the Lord your God was disciplining you, just as a man disciplines his son. Therefore you shall keep the commandments of the Lord your God, to walk in his ways and to fear him." See, God also presents us with these certain disciplines so we too can better represent our Savior and reflect God's glory. Hebrews 12 says, "Furthermore, we had earthly fathers to discipline us, and we respected them. Shall we not much rather be subject to the Father of spirits and live? For they disciplined us for a short time, as seemed best to them, but he disciplined us for our good, so that we may share his holiness."